What I'm going to share today is the results of watching Leo of Actualize.org for 4+ years and actually doing the work that he suggests. That work being personal development work and spiritual or consciousness work. Before I list these insights, I want to say two things. Number one, the reason that I'm sharing this is because this work has been unbelievably powerful in helping me grow and develop. In fact, I found nothing else quite like it. And number two, if you are doubtful or skeptical of Leo or this work, just know that I've been there. I felt exactly like that. In fact, I questioned this for months. I was very, very skeptical until at one point it just became clear. It became clear this is not a belief. This is not a cult. This is a path to mastering yourself and to learn what the fuck reality is. Only through verifying it for yourself can you actually know whether it is true or not. So you can't look at it and determine the value of it. You have to do it and see for yourself. And what I'm sharing here is that I've done that, at least a little bit, and I can share my results and my progress. So here are some of the things I've learned over the past few years that I'm very excited to share. The first insight is that you can wake up from the matrix. This has two meanings. On the one hand, you can literally wake up and realize and discover that you have been following the herd your entire life. So you have very likely followed what society has led you to believe and think about reality and about many other things. And all I'm really suggesting here is that you give yourself the space to think for yourself, to draw conclusions from your own experience rather than believing society. All this really takes is a little bit of awareness to see what's happening, a willingness to break free from your societal conditioning, and the ability and the desire to think for yourself so you can know and understand reality for yourself using your own experience with no beliefs. And the second meaning of waking up from the matrix is even more profound. You can wake up and discover that life is a dream. You can, in your own experience, discover that you are the universe experiencing itself. In other words, you are consciousness imagining itself as an individual person. This waking up process brings lots of things to your attention. One of the main things it brings to your attention is that the ultimate desire shared by all human beings is in fact to wake up, to be one with reality, to reach unitive levels of consciousness. When you figure out that this is what everyone is unconsciously seeking, everything makes a lot more sense. And you now know what the fuck to do in life, and you know where to direct your energy inwardly. You know for yourself that connecting with your true being will bring you more satisfaction and more fulfillment than anything else in life. The next insight is that you can answer the deepest questions in life. It's very possible. These answers come not as beliefs, but as realizations or awakenings. And some examples of these questions would include, what is life? What is reality? Who am I? Why is the universe the way it is? And the reason you're able to answer these deep questions about reality is because you are reality. And the sense of separation, the sense that you are a separate human being, is an illusion. And this is shown to you, and it is very clear. The next insight is that you can realize that your mind has been deceiving you for years. The ego is so sophisticated and so complex that it goes under the radar. So we fail to notice it because we identify with that thing that's messing with us. This is the problem with identifying with mind, because it will never work. It cannot be satisfied, and it's a total bitch. The way we overcome it is using consciousness. The way we overcome it is observing ourselves in silence, being honest with our own minds, being honest with ourselves. This is the way you get through. The next insight is, as you understand yourself deeper, as you understand your own mind and your own psychology more and more, you can get to a point where you can understand almost anyone. Because although people are different, some things don't change amongst people. So for example, human nature, ego, mind, the desire for love. Having this understanding places you in a very unique position, because in this position you have lots of awareness and knowledge. And what this means for you is it means you can stop judging people. It means you can understand them as you, for ultimately you are them. A bonus insight here is learning spiral dynamics. It's amazing to use it as a lens to see the world through. You can just see where everyone is in life with regards to their development and their growth and their consciousness. And when you understand them and where they are, you can completely understand why they are the way they are. The next insight is that doing this work will massively reduce the amount of stupid distractions that you buy into. I'm talking about social drama. I'm talking about unwise relationship decisions. I'm talking about addiction. I'm talking about low consciousness people and things. Using your intuition, which you are sharpening as a part of this work, you can sense what is good for you and what is not good for you. And the things that are not good for you, you simply walk away from. The next insight is that you don't need to be afraid anymore. You can reduce fear so much doing this work that you can just begin to do exactly what you want to do in life. And it feels so good. It feels so good. You can make a lifelong commitment to never let fear ever get in your way. And for this to happen, it's not even courage that you need. It's consciousness. Because the fear, we're not trying to fight it and tackle it. We're seeing right through it. Courage is awesome, but consciousness is even greater. That's what you can use as a tool to get you through anything, by reducing your fear and raising the amount of love that you have for yourself and for everything else. The next insight is that this work can lead you down paths where you can have profound mystical experiences, utterly magical moments of bliss, consciousness, ecstasy, wonder, infinity. Likewise, your perspective on something like psychedelics can be completely recontextualized. You can see them as tools for personal healing, personal growth, and consciousness exploration. I could name many more insights, but I'm just going to name one more. The final one is that you can become enlightened as a result of this work. I'm not enlightened, but I am working on it. You can achieve genuine spiritual awakening doing this. And you can learn exactly what the universe is, what it's made up of, how it's not physical. And you can use that incredible state of mind that you achieve to live life passionately and fearlessly. To live life with as much love and as much consciousness as fucking possible. To live the best life, to live the good life. To wrap this up, here are some concluding thoughts. This work actually doesn't have anything to do with Leo. Leo is a unique and fantastic human being. But if you're learning from him, he should be seen simply as a vehicle for truth and consciousness and wisdom. To demonize him or to pedestalize him is a complete waste of time, and it's actually a complete distraction from the work. After all, Leo is on the path as well. Likewise, it's important to have other sources other than Leo. This is a mistake that I made in the beginning because I became very excited about Leo's work. I was very passionate about it. But I learned that it's best to draw wisdom from a diverse range of sources. Of course, you can choose the ones that resonate with you the best and the ones that click for you. And for me, that's Leo's teachings. But make sure that you take many perspectives and try and get as broad a picture as possible, and to achieve a truly holistic perspective on reality. I really hope that this helps you in some way and that it meets you at the right time in your life. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe for more videos.